Good evening, everybody. Welcome into another edition of our Tee2Green Winter Rules podcast. Here it's Thanksgiving week. We're excited to be with you. Our Winter Rules podcast presented by our friends at GolfDojo. Two great locations, about to be three. We'll talk about that coming up here in just one moment. Brian Koziel, Kevin Sylvester, PGA Pro Jeff Meadis, part of our Tee2Green team. Jeff Blank, part of our team as well. Is doing behind the camera work scenes at the moment. We'll bring him in just a little bit, but as you see, the fourth person on your screen, Tom Coppola, co-owner of GolfDojo, is here with us as well. We're going to get to quite a bit of topics here over the course of our time with you as we are live on X and live on YouTube. We appreciate you being with us at T2G Buffalo here on social media. We're going to talk a little bit about a first win for a foreign player, a really cool story there. Some Scotty Scheffler stats. Every week we talk about something amazing with Scotty Scheffler, so we'll just put that on this week's file. And, of course, with it being Thanksgiving week, finishing with, of course, our thankful thoughts about golf, all coming your way here. But, Kevin, happy to be back with you. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family this week.
Thanks. Same to you. It's we always get to Thanksgiving, and we're like, we're already at Thanksgiving. Wow. But that just means we're going to turn the corner quickly into 2026. And before you know it, we'll be back with our live radio shows on WGR starting first week of March. So that's not that far away, believe it or not.
Yeah, it's coming quick. PGA Pro Jeff Meadis, hello to you. Happy Thanksgiving week. How's everything going over at GolfDojo?
Well, yeah, we can't complain. It's that time of year we're starting to get busy. It's perking up, and we're excited. Yeah, it's been fun. It's didn't we used to have the Skins game on this weekend every year for a while? It was when the Skins game was just first started.
It's back, Jeff.
It's back.
It is back.
Yeah, Friday, right?
This Friday, it's back. That's right. So we'll have that to watch. Looking forward to it. Yeah, they brought it back. When I was watching it as a kid, it was for many years in a row. I feel like it was Nicholas, Palmer, Trevino, and Zeller. That's what I remember watching as a kid. Those were like the four I feel like that played like 3 or 4 years in a row. I don't know if you guys have any other memories of it.
I remember Chichi was in it one year, Chichi Rodriguez, or maybe it was
Chai Rodriguez.
Yeah, and Trevino would be in it because he was great. You know, he would talk. And Watson had to be in there at least once, right? The old Skins
I'm sure
game.
he was. Yeah.
Yeah. And this year, was Justin Thomas was supposed to be in it, right? But he's out because of back surgery. I don't even know. You know what? I'm going to look up who's in it, but
yeah, we'll get that. Yeah, we'll get that. Anyway, I want to bring in, of course, the fourth person on the screen here, Tom Coppola, co-owner of GolfDojo. If you listen to our show regularly, you know that they're, of course, a proud presenting sponsor of our show, and we are there quite often doing our shows. So we're happy to have Tom with us here today. Tom, good evening.
Good evening, Brian, and thanks so much for having me. So excited to be here. I also love when I see you guys at GolfDojo.
Thanks. Yeah, we love being there. So it's an exciting time. I know Jeff Meadis has been talking about it on our podcast here about the third location in the South Towns. Just tell everybody a little bit about it, where it's at. I know you guys are pumped because there's progress being made every day, and there's going to be some real live golf action swings happening there very soon.
Yeah, I would say in the next week we will be soft launching out on Burke Parkway in Blaisdell, conveniently located right behind the McKinley Wegmans and the across from the McKinley Mall, trying to bring our concept to the South Towns because I know there's so many people who travel up north, and we've been grateful over the years that they have done that. Really wanted to expand out there, and so we're excited for it. We, as I said, we are days away here. It's one of these things where every day we're on the phone, we're talking, and as soon as we can go live, we will. But look for a December, all of December, a soft launch, and then really hitting the ground running right around Christmas time with a grand opening. So we're excited for it.
So we're going to be able to golf, and then our tailgate will be at GolfDojo for in the new stadium, right?
No, we're really close. I've been joking all fall that there's 2 great builds happening in Orchard Park right now. Of course, the stadium and GolfDojo on Burke Parkway. When you guys see it, what's really neat is we're in a new building out there, and so we've watched it come up from the ground floor. Different than our locations that are more retail centered on Transit and Niagara Falls Boulevard. The South Towns location is a space with 30-foot ceilings. It's enormous. We'll open 5 bays here in December, but we We have 7 bays built, so as we get there, we'll add the extra 2. A place in Western New York where for indoor golf and it's a little bit of a desert. There hasn't been a lot of options out there. People had to come north to the domes and then, of course, to us. And so we're just really excited. And I can't wait for you guys to see it just because you've seen this really from the beginning. We learned a lot in our first 2 locations. And so I think you'll see bays that look familiar just in terms of design and space, but ultimately they're just bigger, right?
Yeah.
10-foot screens. It feels grand when you walk in there. Is that fair, Jeff?
Yeah, it's a much bigger space, and we get to do some cool things because of the space. So yeah, you took an open box this time and had an open box to create the design, and learned from the other 2 spaces. Can't wait there, and yeah, it looks really cool, visually cool.
Yeah.
And to enjoy it, speaking from a Bill season ticket holder family, the PSL is much more affordable. That's right.
Yeah. It's basically in walking distance to the stadium. So welcome to hit some balls before a game and maybe head over, but definitely stop after so that you can avoid some of the traffic after games. Hit some balls, watch the 4:00 game if we have ones, all that good stuff that comes with being out there.
All right,
so
Tom, before I get to my question, Brian, I got to do this for our audience, especially our live ones who are like, come on, guys. How do you not know it's Keegan, Bradley, Sanders, Schauffele, Shane Lowry, and Tommy Fleetwood in the Skins game? So that's this Friday at Panther National. That's the golf course that Justin Thomas and Jack Nicklaus co-designed down in Jupiter, Florida area. So that's where it's going to be. It's on Amazon Prime on Friday.
That's a great field.
It's pretty good, and I'm interested to see the golf course actually, which you could probably play. Is it on GolfDojo yet?
I
brand new Panther National.
Yeah, there's 500 and something, so it's hard. I don't remember them all, but yeah.
Okay.
We'll get you that answer, Kev.
All right, all right. But here's my question to you, Tom. Being as successful you've been with the other locations, and there's been a lot of imitation's the best form of flattery, right? There's been a lot more that have come on, and there's some different accommodations some of these other places have. But why do you think you've been so successful, you and Max and everybody involved with GolfDojo, to go ahead with a 3rd location? And I know you're continuing to look at other options too.
So I think the experience that a golf simulator has attached to a bar is terrific for the people that want a social experience. And a lot of those places are really excellent. I always say we're a 24-hour golf gym, right? We're a blank canvas, and we've tried to stay true to the idea that we're doing everything we can to replicate the outdoor experience indoor, right? As like small as you close the doors behind you and you feel like you're alone, just like you feel like you're alone if you're in the 6th fairway, even though there might be a group on the green and on the tee. So I think that experience is really good. I also think that we're the place that allows you, if you want to do this all the time, we're the best opportunity between our memberships, hour packs that we sell. If you're somebody that wants to do this multiple times a week, I think that we're a great option for you. Whether you're a guy that's coming in just to get his numbers and really work to get better, get a lesson with Jeff or any of the other pros that Jeff's going to have coming on board here over the course of the next year, or you're you want to take your foursome from Saturday mornings and have a space that you can go to. We're 24 hours, as I said, for our members. We're 10 to 10 a.m. to p.m. For non-members. And so I do think we replicate the outdoor experience as best you can. Of course, you can't ever get quite there. The other reason we're successful is because of our partners. You guys, and I say it every time, but I really mean it. You guys have been an unbelievable partner for us. Steve Beatty at Custom Turf has been an unbelievable partner for us. And the Western New York PGA, Jeff's affiliation with them, but then also the relationships we've built, First Tee, all of these great organizations that want to promote golf. I think that we're a blank canvas for a lot of them so that they can come in and play their game.
Yeah, it's great to hear, and we're happy to be a part of it. Tom, I feel like it wasn't that long ago that you were giving us a tour of the space at the Transit Road location, your original, and showing us your concepts and seeing some of the build out and telling us, hey, this is what we're hoping to do, and this is how we're going to maybe be in a unique lane in golf in Western New York. So congratulations to the fact that it's gotten to this point here now where you're about to open up location 3.
You guys know this. It was a little bit of Field of Dreams, right? Max and I, we played every morning during COVID. And we're very recreational golfers that just love being part of it. And we said we got to associate ourselves with a great golf pro and really just to give some legitimacy to it. And that was Jeff. Literally from our first conversation, we said, Jeff, we want you to make this a golf place, and he has done that in every way. And so it does feel like it was just yesterday that in 2022 we were opening a Transit, and it is. I think it's one of those spaces you got to come in and see. We can explain it on here, right? But if you come into any of our facilities, you really get it. And you go, okay, this is something that I want to do every week with my buddies. This is something I want to do to get better by getting a lesson from Jeff or any of the other pros. So I do. Yeah, it's been an awesome run.
I do think the space matters. If I could just say this from other facilities, and when you're playing golf and you don't hit a great shot, right? You can walk it off a little bit. Yeah. Well, there's space to move it around, to step back, and not just you're able to take several steps back. Right?
No, for sure. One of our great partners too, and I should mention, of course, is TrackMan, and I think it's important to have the best technology, and that's an investment for us to be sure. But I think it's important. The first TrackMan rep that we worked with, Adam Corson, who's still with the company, but he's moved up the ladder. He's an incredible advocate for GolfDojo. He walked into Transit and he said, "This is going to work because golf's a vertical game." And so when you cram it into spaces, right? Sometimes it's hard to feel that. We really have focused on the space, and you guys know that our spaces are uniquely designed. We give up a lot of real estate for a single bay, but we think that that's important because we think it's the best experience. Max has designed unbelievable spaces. As I said, we've learned a lot from the first two for this third location. And I do want to say too, we have a partnership with 1812 Tavern in Hamburg. They have an upstairs room. They have a GolfDojo bay powered by TrackMan up there for spaces. So if you want that experience, that social experience, go to a bar. Please visit us at 1812 as well. You can book that right on mygolfdojo.com as well. So you really have 4 options now in Western New York.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Jeff.
That's the other thing, is the one membership gets you everywhere.
That's true. Yep. You get the membership rate at all of our locations.
Tom, can you explain a little bit about how the membership works? What does it get versus if I'm just a non-member, that sort of thing? Also, too, you don't have to be a member to also enjoy GolfDojo. So maybe kind of just talk about the different options that they have. What are the advantages of being a member? Just because of the fact that you obviously, every time I always have to remind myself, every time I'm on the air, somebody new is hearing about this for the first time. So you could let everybody kind of know maybe what are some of the options they would have.
Like all simulator spaces, we rent time and space. That's really what we do. And so for a non-member, you can rent an hour for $60 an hour at any of our locations. As a member, so we have now 3 membership levels. We have our standard membership, which is $20 a month. You get a priority booking window, so you can book 10 days in advance versus the public, which is 7. You get $15 off every hour booked, so it's a $45 rate for the hour. We introduced this year an annual membership, so if you want to pay $120 for an annual membership, essentially pay for half the cost of a full year, you can do that as well and have the same membership benefits as our standard membership. We also have a membership plus. As these thing goes, we have a lot of guys who want to come in a lot, and so for $250 a month, it includes all of those member benefits and also includes 8 hours of usage, and it has a 14-day priority booking window. So if you're a guy that wants to come in on Saturday mornings when we're really busy in January, and 2 weeks out, you can book that every time, and you have the first opportunity to book it. As well, at each of our locations, we have a members bay that's designated only for use by our members. So we do our best to really have availability, right? We're gonna, I would say in the next week, we will have 16 bays open in Western New York. In the next 3 months, we'll have really 18 bays. The 7 at Burke Parkway, the one at 1812, and of course our original 10. And so we're just trying to continue to find access points.
And it's one of the reasons why Brandon Cook signed with Buffalo, by the way. He heard about Golf Dojo. See, it's hot off the press there, Brian.
Listen, we're working hard to anybody at One Bills Drive that wants a tour from Jeff or I, we're happy to give them that opportunity to come in. Jeff has met a number of guys from One Bills Drive that have come in and have been big fans. We have some Sabres that really like it. The privacy works, right? Because they can close the doors and they have that space. The other thing that's new this year, and I want to kind of let
real
Jeff
quick, Tom, everybody but Bean. Let's golf for Bean, okay? He's got a bigger off season coming up. All right, anyway.
He does have a big offseason, but
Listen,
I trust in him, big time trust.
As someone from WGR, I'm not allowed to bring up wide receivers with Brandon Bean, so I'm gonna stop right there.
It doesn't look good. It does not look good.
What I was going to say for anybody, any of those guys or anybody out there, Jeff has really worked hard over the course of the last few months to build our and his brand, but also opportunities for more golf lessons and clinics in a Jeff Meadis Golf Academy that will be launching here in the next month or so, right, Jeff?
Yep. Yeah. Hiring PGA professionals as we speak and putting a bunch of programs together for women, for juniors, first tee programs, all kinds of learning opportunities and entryways to either pick up the game or get a lot better at the game.
And let me say this too, if you're an assistant pro out there that's listening to this, I'm sure we have lots of those guys that are tuning in just like I do to this show every week. And you want to come work and you want to do lessons at Golf Dojo, you can get right with Jeff at jeff@mygolfdojo.com or call us or find us. We're happy to have that conversation because I do think it's the best place in Western New York to teach.
Oh, yeah, definitely is. Yeah.
Yeah, I think, obviously lessons take a variety of kind of layers and how many different ways it can look. But when you can close those doors and you can be in there one-on-one with your PGA pro and get that feedback from the numbers that you see from TrackMan and the feedback that you get from Jeff, like it's value. It's very valuable. I mean, I'll speak firsthand because you see the numbers and you see what Jeff is saying, and then you maybe try to make that adjustment or that slight thing that Jeff's asking you to change, and then you hit it again and you see the numbers change. You're like, oh, like it makes where sometimes maybe at the dome on the range, like you can see it, or maybe you're not quite sure, hey, was that better? But then when the numbers tell you right away, oh, that was better. Like I love how that gives you that feedback instantly.
I'm sure, like you guys, I watch lots of guys who teach. You see a lot of guys on the internet that teach, right? And they're talking about it. I was listening to this one pro. I wish I remembered his name. A PGA pro who was talking about teaching and saying that, obviously we all know that real versus feel is different. And the reason why you want to work with somebody like Jeff is because if you go 5 weeks in a row, you might convince yourself you're doing exactly what he said. But when you have those eyes there, when you have Jeff's cameras on you, you really get the feedback that you need so that you can make the change that was designed in your first lesson. So buying 5 or 10 lessons to go through the winter, I think, can be a really helpful experience for you.
Just remember, Meat, when ARF becomes a hit, I came up with it, the accurate, reliable feedback, ARF.
Accurate, reliable feedback. That drills do the same thing too. You got a lot of get better at this game, not just make swings.
That's right. All right. Again, information, mygolfdojo.com. You can reach out to Jeff for lessons. And Tom, here you go. Here's your platform to let everybody know what a perfect holiday present to get them a gift card to Dojo, right?
Yes. You'll see tomorrow we're launching our Black Friday deal. If you buy a $100 gift card, you're going to get $120 to use at Golf Dojo. So they're great gifts right now with a good discount. What's really neat is we've transitioned to the TrackMan booking and payment software, and so because it's so integrated, you can buy Golf Dojo bucks essentially and use them for whatever you'd like. So if you want to put them towards lessons, you want to put them towards a 10-pack, it's just dollars that are in your account. And so you're exactly right. This is a perfect weekend to get out and get your Christmas shopping done at Golf Dojo for any of the golfers in your life.
Awesome.
Brian,
Tom,
I'm getting you some Dojo dollars for the holidays.
I appreciate
it. You guys are set whenever you need to.
Awesome. Tom, appreciate your support of our show, our podcast, everything you do for golf in Western New York. I know that's why all 5 of us in Western New York do it because we love golf. So keep up the great work. We're excited to see the launch here of the new South Downs location here within the next few days.
Thank you guys so much for all of your support over the years. We'd love to have you can host this at the South Towns when you're ready to, whenever you'd like. And of course, come on in. Can't wait to see you guys. And of course, happy Thanksgiving.
Yes,
Happy
same to you.
Tom.
Thanks, Tom. All right, Tom Coppola from GolfDojo. Of course, our Winter Rules podcast presented by GolfDojo, and instantly sliding in a la Chris Collinsworth, how he slides right into the booth. Jeff Meadis, or Jeff Blank here. He's sliding right in here, and for a moment taking over all of our screens there.
Apparently, I should have slid in like Collinsworth.
That would have been impressive. That's right. He does the good slide.
Good.
Although from the wrong side, but whatever.
That's right. Anyway.
That's true.
Yes, Jeff Blank here, part of our team, along with Jeff Meadis, Kevin Sylvester, and myself, Brian Koziel. Again, big thanks to everybody at GolfDojo. Jeff, I'm sure you're pretty pumped too. I know you bounce back and forth between the Transit Road location, the Niagara Falls Boulevard location all the time. And I know you'll be spending a lot of time at this new one here too coming up. So you got to be pumped that you're going to be teaching out of a new place and meeting some new people from the South Towns.
Yeah, looking forward to it now. And we're putting the TrackMan, the iOS, the ones that are going to be above you in the new location, but we did make sure my teaching bay is going to have one that's ground based, because you can't currently get low point distance on the ceiling mounted units. So yeah, I'm excited to teach, and we got a great staff coming together for our academy, and yeah, going to do a lot of teaching, have a lot of fun making golfers better this winter.
Awesome.
The good news with the overhead ones is my 7-year-olds can't break it when it's sitting on the ground. I have to constantly yell at them, get away from the TrackMan. don't touch it.
That's great. Good advice, Jeff. I appreciate that. That's great. All right, let's shift
You
gears.
know what? Hang on here. You know what? You probably should sell TrackMan insurance with rentals if someone's bringing their kids. Kind of like you get that additional insurance when you rent a car. Maybe add a few bucks there to cover it.
Mm-hmm.
Like a housing tax, like a hotel tax.
No. Just like when you rent a car, it'll be like, do you want the additional coverage, sir? Right. So, or if you
the security deposit.
You travel, book a big trip. You get the travel insurance there from Allianz or whoever. By the way, we're going to invoice you for that Allianz. You pay whatever, $50 to insure your trip. Maybe it's $2 to insure the TrackMan.
Realistically, the TrackMan is actually more expensive than some of these rent-a-cars.
Oh, yes.
About $25K for a TrackMan.
Although the rental car ride I just had last week was pretty sick. I got to pick the car when I walked out, and it was pick a minivan, or it was a Dodge Ram Lariat Edition 1500 Hurricane engine. It was sick. It was so good.
Nice.
All right, I digress.
All right, we're moving on. Here we go. All right, PGA Tour news. Let's talk about a first win for a Finnish player. And Kevin, I know this gentleman, he owes you one, you said?
All right, Sami Välimäki. Hey, you guys know Finn to win, right? First golfer from Finland to win on the PGA Tour. So, you think about how historic that is for someone in the country, a country known for hockey. That's what he wanted to play. His dream was to be in the NHL. His cousin was drafted by the Flames. He's in the Utah organization. But he didn't make it on the Finnish national team. He was a decent golfer, so they took him on the national team for golf. And so that was his pathway to professional sports. But so this is fascinating to me. And I knew when it happened, like, this might make the difference in the golf tournament. So on the Seaside Golf Course, the 5th hole, dogleg right, guys, if it's not, the wind's not blowing in, or if the wind shifted, they'll go for the green. It's like 318 to carry, maybe 320 in front of the green. There's a big bunker that they'll play for the bunker to be short of, and the bunker to get up on the green. Well, he wasn't doing that. He's a cutter of the golf ball, and he hits driver. He's got a 3-shot lead on the hole, 5th hole, very early in the round. A lot of guys are making runs. Well, I'm watching the ball tracking, and I see it fall into the marsh, right? It tides out, but it's in the marsh, clearly in the marsh. And I'm like, man, that seems well in the marsh. And now it's a penalty area, so it's not like you hit a provisional, right? And because the tide was out, he's going to come up and look for the ball. So while they're making the walk, I go over there. I tell my producer, I'm there for PGA Tour Radio, for those who wonder what am I talking about. So I tell my producer, I'm going to go help search for the ball because I think I got a good idea of where it went. Well, you can imagine when you walk in there, how many golf balls are lying in the marsh. And I'm telling you, it had to be 1,000, right? I mean, there's golf balls everywhere. And the Volunteers were looking close to the penalty area line, red staked. I'm like, guys, it's deeper. It is definitely deeper. This was, I was up on the hill. So, there is some perceptions off, perhaps a little bit on proximity, but I'm like, it's in this general area. They get up there. All the players are in. Patrick Rogers is in there. Michael Thorbjornsen. The caddies are in there. And like, you get 3 minutes to find a ball, right? And so we're looking and nothing. We're like, what are we looking for? He's like, Titleist 7. Titleist 7, right? He says in his Finnish accent. And it seems like, the internal clock saying, we're close. We're not finding it. I'm going to head out to broadcast. All right, I'm coming out. And I go, wait a second. I go, you said Titleist 7? And he's like, yes. I go, there's one here. It's red. He's like, red? And he skips over and he's like, oh my God, that's the ball. So, he marks it. It was slightly embedded. And so he asked, he brought a rules official over, but you cannot take relief from an embedded golf ball. He hits it out into the bunker. He makes a bogey, okay? Ends up winning the golf tournament by 1 stroke. And 1 stroke. So he comes out for the post-round interview that I'm waiting for him in scoring. And he walks out the door and he says, there's my hero. He goes, I owe you. I don't know what I owe you, but I owe you. And I said, I was an observer. I felt a responsibility to help, look for the ball. Right. And I've been told that by rules officials, like, hey, if you've seen something, you should say something. Like if you've got an idea, and you're allowed to as an observer on the golf course. But the fact that the fact that I found it was a miracle for him, because there were just so many golf balls everywhere. And it wasn't like it was just out in the open. It was just to the left of a tuft of grass. There were 2 other balls near it. And the only reason it caught my eye was because it looked newer. That's the only reason why I stopped on my walkout. So, I always say he owes me because he says he owes me. But it was just fascinating and really a stroke of luck that it was found. I happen to be the guy that found it. And by the way, I don't have to go look because they did have people looking, but I decided to look. And then afterwards, another reporter, I won't say the name, goes, boy, don't let Roger Maltby hear the story. Right? Now, you saw Roger Maltby was getting yelled at by Padraig.
With Padraig, yeah.
Because not going to look for his ball. But Roger's producer, if my producer said, no, I need you to do something, I wouldn't have gone in.
Yeah.
Because that's my number one job there was to broadcast. But my producer said, hey, all right, go ahead. We've got other action on the golf course and then the other announcers. So it was just, you don't ever want to be part of it. And I don't really think I am part of it. He still had to hit the shot out, which to even get it out of there was pretty good. He made a kind of a miracle bogey, frankly. But it was just kind of neat to hear a guy after winning for the first time say, there's my hero, finding the ball.
Isn't that cool? what makes golf unique as well? I mean, whether you're an announcer out there or a fan, whatever, you happen to see a ball, you can contribute to what actually happens on the playing field, so to speak.
Hey, think about Tiger Woods in the desert,
rock.
Right? The rock,
the huge rock, the boulder.
What other sport? To your point, Blank. What other sport does a fan, an observer, have an impact, if you will, in a small way?
Yeah, and just expanding on Valimaki for a second. We all know Reggie Jackson's nickname, right?
Yes,
Mr. October.
Mr. October. Sammy.
Ever.
Oh, really? Okay.
Oh, yes. Love Reggie.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think Sammy might be taking the title of Mr. November. He played in the Worldwide Technology Championship, finished 2nd. He played in the Butterfield Bermuda Championship, finished 18th. And then he won the RSM classes. So talk about somebody taking advantage of the fall swing, whatever we're calling it. But holy cow.
Brendan Todd might argue with you. Brendan Todd.
What did he do?
Well, when he won the Bermuda Championship. Gosh, was this? He's about to get out of golf and open a pizza restaurant. He wins Bermuda, then he went and won in Mayakoba, both
really?
November. Yeah, and then
Okay,
he
wow.
almost won. Did he almost won the RSM too? But he had a great 3-week stretch.
Yeah. Did this now? I didn't look at kind of the standings and everything. Does this secure anything for him? He's
a 2-year a win. You get a 2-year exemption. And he was going to have his card anyways.
So he was going to have it anyway. Okay.
Yeah, he was 74th in the FedEx Cup Fall.
Yeah.
But what it did do is it got him into the first 2 signature events because he moved to 51.
Okay.
51 to 60, getting the signature events. Which, by the way, Jordan Spieth got knocked out of the 60 spot. He didn't play, but by virtue of how things shook out. But the first signature event is AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am, and you got to think AT&T, his sponsors, going to give him an exemption to play in that.
Yeah, congrats to him. Real cool story there. And I think first time winners, I would say for probably, I don't know, I'll say the first half of my golfing like fandom of watching tournaments, if it was like a big name competing against, like, I'll call them somebody that hasn't established themselves or haven't had a win, I feel like I was always just, the popular player winning is more fun, like it's more exciting. But now knowing how it changes somebody's life, that, a guy that's won 10 times versus a guy that's won none, how it changes his life, how it changes his career, how professionally, maybe how they've been even struggling to maybe keep this dream alive. Like I have totally like 180 flipped every time, like there's a playoff and I'm like, it's established player X versus guy that's never won Y. I'm always rooting for the guy that's never won. Like I feel like even though in the end, maybe it doesn't get the headlines as much, I feel like in the end, because of how we know it changes and impacts so many different people, including the golfer himself, but his caddy, his team, all that sort of stuff. I'm always rooting for that to happen. So for Välimäki to get that, and for what it means for his country too. Golf in Finland now is going to be popular. There's going to be kids that now start to play golf because of what they saw with him winning. So, I mean, I think that, all of that goes with another cool thing that is happening when somebody wins a golf tournament.
Yeah, I love seeing it too. I couldn't agree with you. Financial security and the security of knowing where you're going to play. So now he knows for 2 years he can play out on that tour, and that changes how you prepare. That changes how you schedule your events. That changes how you can take it off, et cetera, and it gives you a chance to be a better player too, because now there's that security, there's that safety net.
Hey, yeah. By the way, I don't know if you saw the story. You talk about first wins. Gosh, it was my one of my first events working for PGA Tour Radio was when Kevin Kisner won his first event, and it was the RSM Classic. And he teed it up, and he got his original caddy that he won with there. It may have been his last, PGA Tour. He might become a full-time broadcaster. We'll see with Kiz, but that was significant. For him to, God, I can't think of his name real quick. Dwayne Bach, who was caddying for the Austrian, the big Sepp Straka. He went full time for Sepp, but he caddied for Kevin Kisner in this kind of as a homage to that first win, and maybe to come full circle.
Nice. All right, shifting gears to an established golfer, Scottie Scheffler, and more incredible statistics and numbers to look at him. Jeff Blank, we've got another cool stat here that we're thinking here is maybe in line for our PGA stat of the year.
Yeah, shout out to Justin Ray at Justin Ray Golf on X. He brings a lot of cool statistics and research, but he had basically said with the season being over, the results are in terms of statistics for the year, and Scottie officially led the tour in round 1, round 2, round 3, and round 4 scoring. So every round during tournament play in 2025, and over the last 40 years that they've been collecting this data, only Tiger Woods in 2000 is the only other player to do that. So you think about all the statistics that we start to compare Scottie Scheffler with Tiger Woods, fair or unfair, more of these seem to come up, every year. And, Kevin, you see this, almost weekly on the PGA Tour. And we talk about him being somebody, that beats you over time, You know, some guys might have really great Fridays, really great Saturdays, but then they falter in certain rounds, and he just continues to piece together tournaments, and that's, you know, why he's successful as he is.
Well, yes, and I'll go back to I go back to post-round interview. It was actually earlier this year in Phoenix at the Phoenix Open, and I said to him, I said, always it seems to me, Scotty, over the last few years in this dominance, that it's a crescendo for you, right? And any music fans out there know crescendo, where you work up, right? You build it up, the amplitude. And he goes, well, yeah. He's like, it's competed over 72 holes, so he never puts too much emphasis in the first round, second round. I mean, and I obviously he does in the third round to get in position to close it out in the fourth. But I mean, that when you think about it, that is an amazing stat. And I will look at when I prepare for a round with a golfer, I'll go into the Shot Link. We get all that information, and it's data that fans can get too. And I look at round scoring, right? Because it matters, right? And you'll see players and what they do in great rounds. And then you'll see like their fourth round scoring, and it's pressure, right? So that to me is probably the most impressive one, is the fourth round scoring. It's the pressure that's there, and he's able to handle it. And maybe that's because he's built up a lead over the first couple of rounds. But usually, I always think Scotty Scheffler's at his best, Jeff, when he goes into the final round, either tied for the lead, maybe one back or one ahead, not a big lead.
Yeah, I just think he's got confidence because he played great in rounds 1, 2, 3. All season, all year. I think it's one of the most amazing stats. When I read that this week, I was taken aback. I mean, I watch the guy play every week. He's amazingly impressive. We talk, well, he can't putt, he can't, but the baloney, he shoots a good score, and he finds a way. And we talked about the Ryder Cup, and even in the Ryder Cup, he was playing well. He just got beat, and to me, I think he's teetering on one of the best. Probably the second or third best player I've ever watched. Obviously, Tiger. I like Nick Faldo. I thought Nick Faldo was really good, and I got to think Scotty Scheffler right now is one of the best players I've seen in my lifetime.
Oh, he's a Hall of Famer already. I mean, there's no question. He could stop playing, and he's an automatic Hall of Famer, and one of the greats of all time, based on what he's done, in my opinion.
The greatest golf season, I think, by far, is Tiger in 2000. So anything that compares statistically to that, kudos to you for doing that, Scotty. That's pretty tremendous. And one thing that I think just we all appreciate, no matter what level of golf you play, whether it's professional or amateur or even 30 handicap player, we know what is a tough thing to do. It's to be consistent over 18 holes. I mean, I think all of us have had great rounds going, and you have that bad hole, and you kind of step back, and how you handle it going forward from there. The fact that he's able to do it round after round after round after round, 4 in a row, to be able to be that consistent, to me, even more, obviously we all can hit an amazing golf shot, but over 72 holes, to be that consistent to the point where you statistically lead in every single one of those rounds against all of these world-class, phenomenal professional players, that stat's super impressive. Super impressive.
The other thing that's I think we don't talk enough about when it comes to, and this is all professional golfers, but let's just focus on Scheffler. The amount of, like, you want to be the best in the world, what are you willing to do? And it's the workouts. Have you seen his work? There's videos of his workout routines, right? The demands on his time, the practice on his time. There is just so much that needs to be done. And it is impressive to me for all those guys, like the amount of work that they put in to be a professional golfer. It's incredible. So for anybody out there who's an aspiring golfer, if you're not willing to work before your round, after your round, with your professional, with your physio, working out, There's so much that goes in it, so the body can perform over that length of the season and avoid injury, right? I mean, that's the other incredible part of this, right? We just Justin Thomas having back surgery there. I mean, to avoiding injury, and I think that's a lot of what Scheffler does. And Jeff, that's a lot of what's in his swing with his footwork, I think, too, to help avoid injury.
He's a bigger, thicker, stronger man. Realize if you're close to him, he's not frail. Yeah, he's very, very strong. And Kevin, you know better than anybody. You're up close with these guys all the time. They're all in tremendous physical shape. Very few of them that aren't. Even the ones that may not, they're carrying a little extra weight. They can really, really move. And they work really, really hard on their bodies, along with simplifying and everything you just said. Yeah, and Scotty's the best at doing it right now by a mile.
Yep, I agree. All right, well, another Scotty stat to add to the repertoire here for him for another season that was tremendous, obviously, along the way.
Should we just call him Stotty Scheffler? You know, change the O. His name's Statty Scheffler.
Oh, I see where you're going. I was confused for a second.
It was kind of weak, a weak attempt at first.
It was, yeah. You can see yourself out.
Okay.
Just slide out like Collinsworth.
That's right, the other way. All right, before Kevin slides away here to get to his turkey and mashed potatoes, we got to find out what everybody's thankful for in their golf world with our final thoughts here. And before I'll give you a second to think of that. While you're thinking of that, I want to give a shout out to Cole Jones, great golfer here in Western New York, who is a senior at St. Mary's High School. And his father, we've had on our show many times, David Jones, the great pro at East Aurora Country Club. David's a very good supporter of junior golf in Western New York, the International Junior Masters Tournament. He and his staff do an amazing job over there. And he's also been a big supporter of Tee2Green. So I know it was a proud papa moment, dad moment for him this week. Cole Jones officially signed to play college golf at Ohio University. So congratulations to Cole and the whole Jones family. So just wanted to give that shout out.
That's awesome news. Hey, another golfer who's slightly or a lot older than Cole, Billy Haynes, all right, who's been the player of the year. He's won the New York State Am, plays out of Craigburn. He's in the Grass League. You guys know what that is? The par 3 league?
Yeah.
So it's just a promo, and I was just seeing it. Saw it the other day, and Billy Haynes is competing in that for a Tampa team or something. You know, Colt Nost is playing in it. There's a bunch of other guys. Charlie Belgian. These teams. It's a light. It's like we go out to Bobolink and play a tournament. And there's teams. I haven't watched a ton of it, but I'll probably check it out because Billy's going to be in it.
He can play. Very, very good.
Oh, yeah, really good player. Yes.
Absolutely. All right, Kevin, we're going to start with you. Tell us, what are you thankful for in your golf life?
All right. Well, there's a lot of things I'm thankful for.
Well, you get one, so hurry up.
One. All right. I'll tell you what. It's you guys. It's a Tee2Green team.
Ah, thank you.
No, it is because, with my schedule and traveling a lot, you guys keep it all together. You guys are there every single week, and you guys are, when folks know maybe behind the scenes, like, hey guys, we should do this, and then go do it, boys. But you guys do. You guys deliver all the time. Your passion and dedication, and I truly mean it. I'm thankful for everything that you three do.
Well, thank you.
Thank you, Kev. Jeff Meadis, we'll let you go next.
I got a lot to be thankful to, but golf has provided so much for me. It's provided me my life. It's let me live a lifestyle that's been amazing. I've got to do so many cool things because of golf and meet so many cool people and have so many friendships like you guys, Tom Capola, and all the PGA pros and everybody else, and the connections and the friendships you make around golf make it a wonderful life and a wonderful lifestyle. So I'm thankful I got into golf as a kid. I'll tell you that it's made everything a lot better for me.
Yeah. Mr. Blank, you're up next.
Well, I hate it because Kevin stole mine, but come January, it'll be the 4-year mark that you guys welcomed me to the team. I can't believe it's already been 4 years, but really appreciative of this platform and your guys' friendship and trust in me bringing me onto the team. And it's been a great kind of evolution over the last 4 years of what we've been able to do, and looking forward to what's to come and what we can grow with this group here. So really appreciative of you guys of taking me on board.
Easy to do. Easy to
4
do,
years.
Jeff, with all the good work you've done.
4 years. It started with I think I saw an X post.
Yeah.
Yes.
Basically saying, hey, we're looking for adding team members. And
Well, Blank,
the
you're our
rest is
longest tenured employee.
well, there you go. Fantastic.
That's right.
I can't hear Metis. Sometimes Metis's mic keeps going in and out. I can't hear you,
That's
buddy.
right. Well, we all know what to get. We all know what to give Jeff for Christmas. We got to get him a new microphone.
A new microphone. and something that turns the camera the other way as well. We still can't hear you. I don't know.
It's all good. It's
all good. I don't
All
know.
right, Brian, it's on you now. Brian, it's on
That's
you.
right. All
What
right.
are you thankful for?
All right. I'll continue here our heartfelt kind of things here. So I'm thankful that my son loves golf because we are doing college visits now as he's a junior in high school. And I'm seeing what many other parents have told me, including some on the screen here, that the time goes quick. Do as much as you can with your kids because it's not going to last. So we're doing college visits and I'm already sitting here saying like, like I can feel the end of the time of father-son time in terms of it being, at a very regular basis might be, it's going to change soon. So the fact that he loves golf and I love golf and we can spend it on the golf course together, I'm very thankful for that.
You know what's not going to change though, Brian, when he goes, hey, Dad, I need some money.
Yeah, I know. Just like I spent money on dinner before we got onto the show here tonight. How much can a 16-year-old boy eat? Like,
ooh, mine's soon to be, my youngest is soon
my
to be
goodness.
16, and it amazes me every single day. Dude, we just had dinner. What are you eating?
Yes.
It's funny.
Dinner.
Funny the phases because my kids, it's more, can you eat something other than chicken fries? McDonald's. Like, can you try a piece of fruit? That would be nice.
Yeah. It'll change, and then, you'll be begging to say, stop eating so much. That's right.
Well, yeah.
For sure.
That's right.
Well, eat as much as you want on Thursday, boys.
That's right. Everybody, happy Thanksgiving to all the golfers out there and everybody that supports Tee2Green. We appreciate you, and we're thankful for you for listening and tuning in the show, because as this show has grown, a big piece of it is that we keep continuing to getting support and listeners and viewers and everybody to interact with us. So we appreciate that. So happy Thanksgiving to all the golfers and everybody involved with golf in Western New York out there. Don't forget to follow us on our social media handles on X, on Instagram at T2G Buffalo. We're also live here on YouTube. So if you're watching there, we appreciate you doing so. Give ourselves a little comment. Let us know about the show. We'd love to hear from you. Is there? All right, we'll do it again soon. Want to thank Tom Coppola from joining us earlier in the show from Golf Dojo. Again, mygolfdojo.com. If you want to get a lesson with Jeff, you can send him an email directly, jeff@golfdojo.com. Right, Jeff?
At mygolfdojo.
At mygolfdojo.com. Thank you, Jeff at mygolfdojo.com. So for Kevin Sylvester, Jeff Blank, Jeff Metis, I'm Brian Koziel. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody, and we'll talk to you next time on our next Winter Rules podcast presented by Golf Dojo.